Hey you guys, so I'm in here for my second ultrasound and blood work appointment for this retrieval IVF cycle, and I'm just waiting for the doctor or nurse to come in, and hopefully good news, and I'll be retrieving soon, hopefully. Cross my fingers. Alright, talk to y'all a little bit. Hey you guys, so I wanted to come back. I showed you guys a little clip of me at the doctor's office getting ready for my ultrasound, my scan, follicle scan. But I wanted to come back and update you on the updates for my protocol. I actually heard back from my clinic just now, and they gave me some updates on my meds and on everything I'm supposed to be doing in like my next when my next scan will be. So currently, I don't think I've shared this with you guys yet. So currently I've been taking Gonal F. I've been taking 225 units in the morning and 225 units in the evening. And then also, I've been doing 10 units of HCG in the evening or whatever. So that's what I've been taking so far. When I went today is technically day 8 of me stimming. And I went in the morning. So I had did my morning Gonal F, the 225 units, before I went into the doctor. They were able to see follicles in both ovaries. However, they had not grown to a level that I had anticipated. So when I went in on Tuesday, that was the last time I went in for my my scan. They were like, 9 millimeter. I was trying to look because at my old clinic that I was with before, Columbia, it would be a doctor and a nurse, or 2 nurses, or whatever. It would be 2 healthcare professionals in the room. While one was doing the scan, the other one would be recording the follicle sizes. So the person doing the scan would call them out, and I would be able to hear them and have like a mental note, make a mental note of the sizes, the numbers. At this facility, which is Shady Grove, they only one person comes in to do your scan, which is much different than what I'm used to. But I don't know if I've mentioned this before in a previous video for a previous cycle or transfer cycle or whatever. My left ovary kind of hides behind like a fibroid or whatever. So sometimes it's a little difficult to reach or to be able to see on, on ultrasound. So at my old clinic, one doctor would have to press down on my stomach on the left side to get the left ovary more visualized. And then the other person would be able to freeze the screen, and then they would be able to measure them and record the numbers. Well, being that it's only one person in there, they're not able to do that because it's only one doctor or whatever. So when I went in on Tuesday, she was having a little trouble visualizing my left ovary, so she had to press down, and she had asked me to do it because she can't freeze the screen and measure the follicles if she's also holding the probe and pressing down on my tummy. So I had to press down, and she was able to record them. She didn't say what the measurements were. I was trying to look on the screen or whatever. And from what I could gather, I think I saw a lot of like 9 millimeters, 10, whatever. So that was Tuesday. They typically grow between 1 to 2 millimeters a day. So on Wednesday and Thursday, I just continued the medications. On Friday, which is today, I had to go back in for another scan. So I'm thinking if they were 9 millimeters on Tuesday, if they grew one a day, it would be about 11, 12 today. If they grew two a day, they would be around 13 millimeters today. When I went in, same difference, different physician. But from what I could gather on the screen, it looked like they were like 10.8, around 11, maybe one at 12, nothing really substantial. Because in my mind, I was thinking, oh, it would be dope if they have me come in today, measure them, and they're like around 15, 16, whatever. And then they have me come back on Saturday and they're around like 16, 17, 18, whatever. And then they have me trigger so that I could go in on Monday for my retrieval. Because Brian is off on Monday, it would just have been ideal because he has to go in and give his semen sample so that the eggs can be fertilized once they're retrieved. Well, that timeline is gone now because when I went in today, of course, my follicles were not growing as fast, which this happened last time. I was on a much lower dose. I was doing 300 of gonal F per day, and I think like 175 of Menopur or something like that. Now I started with 450 a day of gonal F, 225 in the morning, 225 in the evening. And then I was doing 10 units of low dose HCG, no Menopur. I don't know how that translates, in terms of the Menopur versus the low dose HCG. Anywho, I still had to stem for 12 days. So if I have to stem for 12 days again, it's not out of the ordinary in terms of what I had to do. Last time, my body, according to like historical data, based on my last retrieval and what I'm noticing with this one, my body, it responds slowly. I have a normal AMH and everything, but I just respond slowly to stems, I'm assuming, which is okay as long as I get good quality eggs. So my nurse reached out to me. She told me I'm going to increase the gonal F from 450 a day, 225 to 600 a day, 300, continue with the low dose HCG, and continue with the cetrotide, which I've been taking since yesterday. And the cetrotide is to stop my body from ovulating so that they can be able to retrieve the eggs. So it's Friday. I'm going to take my evening dose tonight. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, take my morning and evening dose. On Tuesday morning, I'll get up, take my morning dose, go in for my my scan, my ultrasound, and then see what they say. I'm praying to God that they say on Tuesday, all right, you ready to trigger and we can get this show on the road, because I'm over the inject. I'm just ready to get it up, because once we do the retrieval, then they have to take the eggs out. They have to fertilize them with the sperm. Then we have to wait and see how many fertilize. We have to wait and see how many grow, continue to grow, how many become blastocysts. And then in the name of Jesus, we have a good number of them that become blastocysts. They're going to biopsy them, send that off for testing, freeze the rest, and then we got to wait to see how many of them are PGT normal and how many are not, so on and so forth. So, and once this is all done, I don't see me having a retrieval until probably September, maybe end of August, but probably September would be more ideal. And then going from there and back trying to do this at the beginning of a school year, which I really, really hate. I be trying to get everything done in the summertime, or a time when I'm off from work, so I don't have to worry, because going in every day or every other day, or, for these, scans, and my old clinic, they were very efficient. They had early morning appointments. First appointments were 7 a.m. I always got the 7 a.m. appointment. I was in and out. If you had blood work early, you was in there in 5 minutes and you out. I'm on my way to work. If you had blood work and ultrasound appointments, 15 minutes, and then you out. This clinic is much slower, and it's like, you know, it takes so long. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I just wanted to update you guys. Like, I didn't really like go into detail about doing another retrieval, but it just felt like the right thing to do for us. So here we are, back at square one, and hoping that everything goes well. So as things progress, I will come back and give you guys another update. And that is it for now. Ciao. Hey you guys, it's LQ again. So I kind of wanted to give you an update. As you know, I am going through my second retrieval cycle. So I just wanted to let you guys know what has taken place since then, since the last time you heard from me. So I'm at the fertility clinic now. I'm waiting for my appointment. I'm here today to do blood work. Yesterday, I came in for my blood work and ultrasound appointment, and I was told that I had I would possibly trigger yesterday based on my ultrasound, and then they would wait for my blood work to come back. So blood work came back, everything was given the green light for me to trigger. So I triggered last night at 9:30 p.m. I used Lupron and Novarel, so I did the double trigger. I was told that I had 23 dominant follicles. I can't really tell you how many were on each side because I don't know, but 23 dominant follicles. And my E2 levels is 6,000 yesterday, 6,400 and something, so pretty high. So they're putting me on another medicine to kind of help me to avoid OHSS, over stimulation, something, I don't know what it stands for. It's when your ovaries are overstimulated, and it can cause like medical issues. So they're going to put me on that medication. So I'm here today to get blood work done, just so they can make sure that the trigger shots worked. And I don't know, we'll see, because I've done tons of trigger shots during this whole journey, but yesterday I didn't understand those instructions at all. I looked like a fool because I had the video playing to show you how to do it. I had the paperwork that they gave me, the notes that I took when the lady called me. I was so confused because there's different needles you got to use, different syringes, blah, blah, blah. I hope I did it right. That's all I can say. But, so I'm here today. Hopefully I get good news with that. My retrieval is scheduled for tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. and we have to be there at 7:45 a.m. And, I just pray that all goes well, because second go round, this time we're going to be getting PGT-A testing. So I'm happy about that, because then we'll be able to find out how many of the embryos are chromosomally normal and the genders. And I'm just interested to know what happens tomorrow in terms of how many will be retrieved and fertilized and so on and so forth. So I'm excited to be at this point of the process again. This go round with the retrieval, I must say, was very interesting. I had a lot of soreness, and just my ovaries felt prominent, like I could feel them. And my injections, my dosages were extremely high. This go round, I was on 450 IU of Gono-F and 10 units of HCG daily. And then at the end, they increased it to 600 IU of Gono-F a day plus the HCG. So that was a lot, and it pushed my body a lot. So I was really nervous how my body was going to respond, but she's a trooper. So here we are. When you guys hear from me again, it will probably be tomorrow before, at, or after retrieval, and to kind of give you guys an update as the process goes on. So until then, I will talk to y'all later, and that's it. I would say wish me luck, but by the time y'all see this video, all this will be done happen. But yeah, that's it. So I'll come back tomorrow and give you guys another update. All right, ciao. So today is 2 days post retrieval for my second retrieval, and it's not going very well. I'm in a lot of pain, well, uncomfortableness. A lot of bloating, a lot of soreness, achiness, sensitivity, gassiness, and it was not like this the first time, so I do feel like I'm probably having some effects of ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome. I've been taking like pain meds and Gas-X and Gatorade and everything they told me, but it's been kind of tough. In addition, I'm not happy because I was supposed to hear back from my clinic on yesterday, which is the day after retrieval, to give me a fertilization report, tell me how many of the eggs were mature, how many fertilized, and they never called me. And I sent them a message on the little portal. No one got back to me. I gave them a call today and left a message. Nobody got back to me. So it's been 2 days since retrieval, and I still have no clue how many of my eggs were mature and how many fertilized. So that's pretty disappointing. I have a Receptiva procedure scheduled for Tuesday, which is 3 days away. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go through with it, because if I'm still in pain like I am from the retrieval itself, I definitely am not gonna want to go through that, but we shall see. Just wanted to give you guys an update. Not going as I expected or like the first time. I hope it gets better, and that's all I can say. But once I get more information, I'll come back. All right, y'all. Ciao. Hey, you guys. So I wanted to give like a final update of everything that has taken place for my second egg retrieval cycle that I just completed. So in a couple of clips before this, you guys know I'm doing my second egg retrieval, and that was a week ago. And we were lucky enough to get 25 eggs. So the first retrieval that I had, we got 20 eggs. So this time we got 25, which is really cool, being that I was 37 when I did my first retrieval, and I am now 38. So I was pretty nervous about, you know, the results as I age. But it turned out well. They had me on a very aggressive medication protocol, and I got 25 eggs. Out of 25 eggs, 22 of them were mature, and out of 22, 14 of them fertilized normally, which is the exact same amount of eggs that fertilized normally the first round. We had to wait until day 7 because I'm at a new clinic, and for this clinic they only tell you the fertilization results, and then they come back on day 7 to give you the final cryopreservation results. So how many made it to day 5, day 6, day 7, and how many were frozen, and how many are sent off for PGT-A testing, which we're doing this round, and I'm excited about. So on day 7, we got a message from them saying that out of 14, 11 of them total made it to the Blastocyst stage. So 3 of them made it to Blastocyst by day 5. 6 of them, no, 3 on day 5. 7 of them made it to Blastocyst on day 6, and 1, my little scraggler, made it to Blastocyst on day 7 for a total of 11 blasts. So they were biopsied, frozen, and the biopsy tissue was sent off for PGT-A testing. So now we wait to see how many of those 11 embryos are normal, have normal chromosomes, and we also will find out gender. So we'll talk more about that later, whether or not we will decide to choose gender for transfer or to be surprised. So we don't know yet what we were going to decide to do, but for now, that's it. So that'll be it for this round, and we just wait for the results. So once the results come back, I'll do another video explaining, what the results were, our reaction, or how we feel about that, and so on and so forth. So just pray with it for us that we get good results. I mean, the more normal embryos, the better, because I actually lost a PGT-A I won't say PGT-A, a normal embryo. The tissue was tested after miscarriage and it was normal. So even with normal embryos, you still have a risk of losing the pregnancy if there are other factors at play. I also wanted to mention my first transfer cycle, my first retrieval cycle, I did a fresh transfer. So 5 days after retrieval, I went in and they put in an embryo, and that was my first embryo, and it happened to be what led to my ectopic pregnancy. This go round, they had me on a medication for like a mock cycle, as if I was going to do a transfer again, but this time we did a Receptiva DX procedure, which is where they take out tissue from my endometrium, my uterine lining, to test to see if I have silent endometriosis or any type of inflammation that could have hindered the growth of my embryos, or the continued growth of my embryos from my last 2 transfers. So I'll also be following up with you guys about that as well. In the meantime, like I said, continue to pray with and for us as we journey to have these babies that we desperately want in order to grow our family. All right. In the meantime, I'll holla at y'all. Oh, I'm recording live from vacation, you guys, for our anniversary. Just a little quick. You can't really see how beautiful the property is from here, but I just wanted to share that. So until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Ciao.